Hot take. Dating isn't as bad as this sub makes it out to be. And eat chicken nuggets for dinner whenever you want. I'm curious if when you are a 42-year-old divorced dad with kids if you'll feel the same way. I get the feeling from the way you write that you've probably never had difficulty finding a date. Granted, that could all just be me projecting my thoughts based on my own understanding of how people who date often carry themselves. Is dating as bad as this sub makes it out to be? Not for everyone. But for some, yes. Just because you have not had a difficult time dating yet, that doesn't mean others have had it as easy. I've been lucky and found someone I enjoy spending time with. But I can recognize not everyone finds a partner so easily. Not everyone is as lucky as my point. Last time I went to a buffet, I got food poisoning. Single dads are treated vastly different than single moms on the apps in dating society. Your experience is probably much different than the average single mom in a similar position. Just saying. You're overlooking a lot. People have preferences. There are others that just use PPL, there are immature daters, etc. And finally, don't be unattractive is an overreduction. It's not within someone to be able to dictate if others find them attractive. For example, someone with a visible birth defect cannot help their situation. These posts are always interesting to me as they seem more like a self-jerk and ego post about how OP has so easily solved an objectively tough situation. Instead, PPL should be recognizing that the world is filled with shitty PPL. It's best to share a strategy to find those with the right life perspective. Wow, thank you so much up. I have been going out every day for the last 2 years trying to meet women with no success, but it turns out all I had to do was take a fucking shower. Thank you so much. SHHHHHH, you can't say this out loud. It will ruin the pity party. I'll also add a caveat about shaving. Having a beard is totally cool. But it shouldn't be looking like you're Saddam Hussein after he was pulled out of his bunker. Keep it trimmed, and be sure to shave up the parts of your face that it doesn't cover so that the lines look clean. Dude, like seriously, fuck off. I'm a successful guy with great taste and a lot going for him, and it's still a struggle. Just because you're having luck, doesn't mean everyone is. I'm likely doing better than most, but my experience is nothing compared to my female friends. It's tough out there and even harder finding someone you're compatible with. You're divorced and still believe the current dating market is salvageable? GIFGIPHY4VY2ODVMWX8SMYJT4Y. It's giving bold of you to assume people have the kind of money to just casually enjoy things like concerts and the movies by themselves. I can barely afford groceries, ain't no way I'm gonna go eat out at a fancy restaurant alone. Your reality is not my reality, sir. Not by a long shot. I've been at this for 5 years now after a divorce. I went into it with such a positive attitude, but the last 2 years have just been brutal. I'm assuming you just got out of a relationship, so your perspective is different. If you want to have fun and play the field, yes, it's easy to get off. However, if you want something real and a real connection that leads to a relationship, good luck. People's standards are so high and have unlimited options. One thing can disqualify you, like being 5'10" instead of 6 feet, or making $70,000 instead of $100,000 online. In person is much easier. Generalizing everything to your specific experience? Ick. Also quit having conversations for 15 days on Tinder and Bumble. Quick chat for a vibe check. Set up a date. Coffee or drinks. Low pressure. Grab the phone number. Check in the day of or day before. Hey, I'm forward to our date. Don't set dates for weeks out. If it's Monday and you're trying to go out only on the weekend, then you should be setting your date for that coming weekend. I'm a mid-30s man in a rural area. I'm fit, make an effort to dress well, but never considered myself to be particularly attractive. Before getting back into dating after my divorce last year, I'd heard only horror stories about dating. I was dreading to start old until I actually did. The whole experience was overwhelmingly positive. In 2 months, I filtered through many matches on Bumble Hinge and went on dates with about 10 women. The worst of it was that I was ghosted twice and had a couple of awkward dates. Overall, I met some really great women. I'm now dating one of them exclusively and very excited for the future. If you're trying to get back into dating, don't let the online pity party discourage you. Cover the basics, don't be creepy, and make a genuine effort. Post your height, weight, face, and yearly income before we take you seriously. Nothing is ever as bad or as good as the internet makes it out to be.